And thank y'all for following along with all this through all these times. If you can please just like this video, hit that thumbs up. So all these projects we talk about and that I'll tag in this description, the algorithm pushes those projects out to more and more people. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hey, I hit 8,000. I'd like to get to 10,000. You got to keep aiming high, you know. Thank y'all for everybody. And as we always say, there's nothing in this video is financial advice. This is just stuff I'm doing. This is stuff people are talking about. I'm just telling y'all about it, and we'll see how it goes from there. Welcome back to another video. This is the video that y'all seem to like for some reason. Gets a lot of views, a lot of comments, and people contact me privately, you know, asking about the different projects and stuff. Y'all seem to like it, so I'll continue with it. Today's March 25th. This is going to be our weekly update on all of our projects we into, and some new projects I'm looking to get into, and some of the other ideas if y'all haven't caught up with my previous videos of what I've did. So we got a lot to go over. Y'all bear with me, and let's hit it, man. All right, so y'all ready? Look, before we start, before we go on, y'all know I do this every time I hit a new milestone. I'm gonna do it again. Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all. I have hit somehow 8,200 subscribers, and I can't thank y'all enough. I never thought I'd get to this point. I tell y'all that every time I hit a milestone. It seems like I didn't think I'd ever get to 8,000 all weekend, or late last week I was in the high sevens, 7,800, 7,700, and I kept saying I should be at 8,000 by the end of the month, I mean by the end of the week. And all of a sudden I woke up today and I gained like 300 subscribers. So I don't know if something with the algorithm hit. I don't know if it was this video yesterday. I don't know what it was. I still can't figure it out. But thank y'all for everybody who has subscribed, and let's get on with the content. So I'm apologize now. These videos go long. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I understand it's an hour. I understand y'all can't watch for an hour, but there's so many projects I'm involved with, so many projects y'all ask about, that I have to go over them. Sorry about that. My smoothie for lunch didn't apparently agree with me. But I feel I have to go over these projects because y'all are asking about these individual projects. Y'all are asking me to look into new projects. There's some projects that I'm stumbling upon that y'all have asked me about that kind of blew off, but this video is gonna be long enough. I don't need to go rant and drag it on. So I do put all this stuff in chapters so that if y'all want to know about a certain project, y'all can click on those chapters. One thing I know I ask a lot of y'all, and I appreciate again all the support y'all give me. My biggest thing right now, what I need is viewing time. Look, I know, look, even me personally, I don't have time when I watch some of these people's YouTubes that I do enjoy to watch. I don't have an hour to watch their stuff. I skim through it and stuff like that. These guys are way more established than I am. I'm still trying to get established to the next level on what I need, and I need viewing time. So look, when y'all see these 30-minute long or an hour-long videos, you know, and you're eating dinner or something like that, just press play for me and go put the phone down and just let it play, because I need viewing time. I need viewing hours bad. You know, if you want to hit one of my playlists for crypto or whatever it is and just let that play, let it play on a laptop. You can mute it and let it play overnight while y'all sleeping or something. I don't know. I need viewing hours. I know average my videos are, you know, like this video right here says, you know, the average time people watch was for like 10 minutes. You know, that's skipping around and everything like that. That's the total for that video. Video is 25 minutes long. Hey, like I said, I'm not asking for much, more than what y'all want to do. I can't watch a video with my ADD. I can't watch a video for more than 5 or 10 minutes myself. You know, it's one thing if it's live and I have it on, I have 3 monitors here and I can put something on one monitor while I'm doing work on the others. But either way, if y'all could please help me out with that, with the watch time. Yeah, you don't have to sit here and watch me rant and everything else over and over, but press play and throw it off to the side and let it play. So let's get started with these projects. So I will say first, it's been a very interesting week. The last kind of 2 weeks, I've said how things have been kind of slow. I had to kind of make up stuff to cover, and it seems like there's been a lot of things going on. I don't want to skip around too much, so some of this is more later into the program, but let's hit off first with DIMO. DIMO last week had a pretty significant, along with a lot of other stuff in crypto, had a pretty significant price cut. You know, it was down to 41 cents, and now we're seeing that they made a recovery. You know, and of course, as I'm doing this video, all my numbers that I've been sitting here for the last hour putting together are going to be off because for some reason, Bitcoin is crashing. It looks like it bounced off this 71,200, came over to 7,100, and it's rejected, and it's coming down. Looks like it might have bounced off 69.9. But either way, so take that as we do this video, that some of these prices are not going to be exact what I have on this sheet, but let's see. So DIMO, when I did my sheet, was 52 cents. So DIMO has come up since last week, has come up 23%. It's very good. You'll know that my numbers that I have put together on here, they my revenue has come up just from last week to alone. I had $250 technically with 41 cents, and that kind of made me lose my ROI right here. So, you know, I'm not cashing this stuff out. But now that the coin has gone up 10 cents, 11 cents, whatever this was, you know, I can say that I'm back in ROI'd into my devices. I've told y'all before with DIMO, I love the DIMO project strictly on the fact of this one thing. I don't have to worry about it. I've told y'all this every weekend, and I'm going to continue to say it every weekend, because when I start griping about these other projects, you'll realize why I sat there and talked so highly of DIMO. DIMO, for those people who are new here, my new subscribers, I have 3 DIMOs set up in 3 vehicles. One vehicle is also my son's truck. One is my wife's vehicle. I don't have to worry about nothing. I have a Helium device at my house on a tower, and I have several Helium devices around where we live at, where I work at, and where they work at. So they don't have to do nothing. They start the vehicle, use the vehicle 2 or 3 times a week. I'll go into the app to make sure it stays connected, and that's it. Nothing else. And I collect my DIMO. One thing I'll say about DIMO, because you know I have to find something negative in everything around here, is this is the first week where I've kind of got the same rewards. If you look, last week I got 46 tokens in the week. This time I got 45. The previous to that, I was getting all kinds of weird numbers. You know, I got 151 one weekend. It's crazy. So it's been consistent now for 2 weeks in a row. They've also stayed consistent with that they have 5,000 increase in cards connected. Every week has been about 5,000, 4,900, 5,100 somewhere. So they have a nice steady thing. You know, what's hurting them right now is just getting the devices in. We talked about that before. You still have a problem getting devices in. If you wanted to order this, I don't even know what it is. Last I knew it was 4, 6, 8 weeks out. That's why I kind of feel bad talking about how easy it is. You know, for what the price of these things are, $89 if you buy 3, $99, at least that's the last I knew. I'd probably, if you want an easy passive income project, hey, you're not going to be able to buy Lambos, but you know that this channel is not about buying Lambos. This channel is about making your life financially easier to do stuff with your family when you want to do stuff with your family. You want an easy income project, DIMO's it. You pair it up, stick it in the car, and once every who knows how many weeks, you might have to do an update. I had to do updates back to back when I first put this in almost 2 months ago. Haven't had to do an update since then. It uploads on its own with Helium. It's great. I can't talk more highly about the project. Do I wish it was paying me, you know, $15 a day versus $1 a day? Of course, who wouldn't? I've always said we're not in these projects for the spirit of crypto. Majority of us are in these projects to make money. That's what crypto's about. You want to go volunteer your time, you can go volunteer your time somewhere else. But hey, we're not gonna get Lambos with it. But what's good about DIMO is the longer you keep it connected, you'll get, right now I'm on level 2. After so many weeks, I'll become level 3 as long as it stays connected at least once during that week. And my rewards are supposed to multiply. DIMO is great. Helium. Helium, I'm not gonna go in this rant for Helium because of how much time I know this video is gonna be. Helium is still chugging along. Helium has been 7,000 average IoT a week. It was like that last week. The week before that was like that also. So we're still averaging, you know. Now, Helium IoT was at 0.0021 at one point. It's down to 17. That's when I put them numbers together a little while ago. But as you can see with Helium, even though the last 7 days, it's come down slightly. It was at 175. I had 1.7 on my sheet, so this must have been 1.7 right here when I made the sheet earlier. Helium hasn't really been coming up. At least the IoT side has not been coming up compared to what some of these other things have been doing. Now, when you look at Helium Mobile, I got an alert earlier about Helium Mobile being up. Helium Mobile has come up a little bit. Now, when you look at it for 7 days, it makes me look like a fool for mentioning it. But that was at 0.005, which is half a penny. And y'all know, if y'all seen the early videos of these, maybe a month ago, a little more than a month ago, I was actually taking my IoT and converting that into mobile because at one time I was looking at buying a mobile Wi-Fi miner. I didn't do it. So I was converting IoT to mobile. Y'all know, if any of y'all follow me, I've had these Helium miners set up for years, and I have several 100,000 of IoT. I took a chunk of that, I don't know, 25% of it maybe, I don't know, converted that to mobile. And then for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, every day when I downloaded my IoT from my devices, I was converting that to mobile. At some point, I was also putting it into WIF. At some point, I was doing it, you know, for some other little coins. Now I'm doing my IoT into Sol. But my point I'm getting at is, because instead of just buying the miner for Helium Mobile, I just bought the tokens. Tokens were less than what they are now. So, hey, this gets up to a penny, it goes up a little bit more, I'm gonna be doing pretty good. So Helium's another one. I don't have to mess with it. Every now and then I gotta check it. Every now and then I might have to do a power cycle and reboot it. That's very, very rare. But you know, and then now with bhst, we're gonna talk about them in a little bit. Some of these are getting revived that aren't even plugged in right now. So that's the beauty of the Bit Harvest firmware. But we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. I don't want to skip around too much. We're gonna say about Weather XM. This is gonna be quick, guys. Weather XM is a pain in my butt. If y'all watched any of these videos, just go watch my last 4 weeks of videos in a row. They're all the same thing. I have 129 tokens. Don't know what that means because they're not worth anything. They've said that those tokens are just for them testing out rewards, and that's not part of rewards yet. They keep saying that they're going to mainnet, and then it keeps getting delayed. I'm in it for the weather. I've told you I'm in it for the weather. We got some bad weather coming through right now, and it's nice that I can look up and see that I got 15-mile-an-hour winds out the east. It's 74 degrees, and it's about to storm its butt off right now. They're calling for possible tornadoes and stuff tonight. I'm a weather nerd. I'll get excited by it. I like it, and I have that because it's something to do with crypto. I wanted just to be involved in it, but I don't rely on the damn thing at all because it's constantly getting disconnected. This time, I was 100% for 4 days. Last week, I was 100% for 4 days. I go 100% 4 days, and then right in the middle of that, I was disconnected or only connected for 60-something% of the time. I didn't have any power failures. I didn't have any, this is the same thing I tell y'all every week. I don't know what's going on with this Weather XM station. I think it's a piece of crap. I don't rely on it. I think it's cheap plastic. But again, 99% of the time, I can look up here and see what the weather is. Every now and then, I catch it red where it gets disconnected for half a second, and then it comes back. If they're dinging me for that, I have a serious issue with that. Again, I'm not in Weather XM for Lambos. I don't know if it's even gonna let me buy a Happy Meal, to be honest with you. But I'm in it for the weather part of it. And y'all, if y'all ever think about getting the Weather XM, do Weather X. If you plan on buying a weather station for your house because you want a weather station, a decent weather station is gonna cost you $200 to $300. Unless you go get something from Home Depot for $19.99, that won't last you probably through one summer. Most of your weather stations, you know, the Davis weather stations I use at work cost almost $1,000 each. Weather XM's a quarter of that. I think I paid for like 300, 400, I can't remember. So if you think about doing weather, jump on that. You know, if you want to play the crypto side of it. Don't get into it for the money. I'll tell you that right now. Motus, Soarchain, again, this is gonna sound like a repeat from the last 3 weeks in a row. I think it's still pain in the butt the way it connects, but hey, you know, I'm kind of used to it by now. I probably need to kind of start pairing this with NATIX, maybe even Silencio to a point, because we have talked about this subject where we get all excited for these projects. Look, this isn't just me. I'm gonna tell you, I'm reading about this in different Facebook groups. I'm reading about this in Discords. I'm reading about this. I've even asked for some comments back on a video I did a while back, and I had people contact me, tell me the same thing. We get all excited for a lot of these. Hey, we want to be early in, and we know that, you know, I've always said that by getting involved in all these different projects, hey, we just need one to be, you know, people hate for me to compare it, but the next Helium. You can knock Helium all you want. When I was with Helium, I've told you all this, and sorry if I'm repeating it again, I'm rambling on, but with Helium, sorry, I just realized my mic was messed up. But with Helium, if you heard this before, I'm sorry, but when I bought my first Helium miner back in 2020, 2021, I don't know, went in with two buddies, $5,000 on eBay. We must have lost our minds. When we hooked it up, we ROI'd in 17 days. Now, where we screwed up is we just kept buying miners with all of our money because we thought we were going to be millionaires and stuff, and then didn't realize how much the rewards were going to come down. My point I'm trying to make is, if any of these devices that any of these projects that we're talking about right here, if any of these projects become the next Helium, these projects down here that are not on mainnet yet, that's why we take this chance. But at some point, you start getting burnt out to have to keep dealing with these projects that you're not getting paid on. And I will admit, even though it's bad for me to admit this, because this is what my channel is about, that is starting to happen to me. And it's not because I'm not getting paid. I just think it's that I have so much going on in life right now. Y'all know that I'm contemplating starting this meme coin thing. If y'all watched any of my previous videos, I had people contacting me today. People coming in my office wanting in on it, wanting to be financial backers. And I'm losing sleep over that. I'm getting 3 hours sleep a night. I'm up to 3 o'clock a.m. doing all the research I can to make sure it's something successful. I don't have time to go to my grass and make sure that my for some reason I got laptops that are restarting. I have no time to dig into them to figure out why they're restarting. So when we get the grass, my rewards are down. Motus is the same thing. Do I really want to sit there and have to go? If I'm only driving 2 blocks down, where before I would make sure I start up my Motus, I'd make sure I start up my NATIX, I'd make sure I start up Silencio wherever I was going. And I found it now, I'm like, I'm just going 2 blocks down. I'm not dealing with all this crap. And look, this ain't just me. I have people saying that. Now, depending on what project it is and how much they reward for testing that stuff, I might kick myself in the ass. And I'm willing to take that. I'm a big boy. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm going to say, Conrad, you were lazy, or you were grumpy, and you should have did it. Or it could be like Weather XM that's just deleting all the test tokens that are out there. It could be like NATIX that's doing this, getting eaten up right now in the forums about all these millions of points you got that ain't coming into, you know, making points. I mean, making NATIX. You know, I don't know. But I find that I'm starting to get into this lull, this valley, whatever term you want to use, that, hey, I chose to get in, and y'all too, a lot of y'all commented, we chose to get into these projects early, to take that chance and to give these people our effort to test out and stuff like that. But at some point, and I think I keep saying the same thing every week, I think part of it's because this bull cycle's starting and we feel it's starting without us because we're still waiting for stuff. You know, look, I'm tight with these guys from Wingbits. And I know they are busting their asses to get that project done right. And they're not going to rush a project out until they know it's right. I understand that. I appreciate that. But these other projects, I told y'all this last week, that we know could be on mainnet. You know, what are y'all waiting on? So Motus, again, is pain in the butt that you have to sit there and make sure it's connected. It can't be like DIMO. We've talked about this a bunch of times. And you know, my phone, I put it on the personal hotspot, it connects. Sometimes I find out, even though it shows it's connected on my phone, if you go in the app's still showing that something's not connected, and you got to kill the app, start it up again. That's getting pain. That's getting to be a pain. I want it to be seamless. I want this to be passive income. When you have to start doing all these steps, is it still considered passive income? Grass, if y'all notice, my grass is down. I made 123,000 last week. I made 125,000 the week before that. This week I made 87,000. I'll tell y'all right now, my computers didn't stay connected. I'm sick of having the remote into computers, and for some reason the Chrome is either crashing out. You know, the days of me keeping my computers just turned on in the corner and running, they're resetting for some reason. Well, I don't know if it's a Windows update. You know, in the past, when I was excited about grass, I'd go in there and realize the Chrome tab crashed or whatever happened, and I'd restart it. I didn't do it for the last 3 or 4 days. I did it today when I went in there and realized 3 out of my 6 computers or whatever they are weren't running grass. That's on me. But again, who knows what's going on? One update I can say about grass is they picked the Solana network to be their chain. It's supposed to be they're going to be this great layer 2 for Solana. Okay. Solana's getting so bogged down right now with memes, even the founders starting to be against them. But you got a lot of projects coming to Solana. That's why people think Solana eventually will be the number 2. That's what they say. So I don't know what's going on with grass. You don't hear nothing more. Everybody keeps saying they keep hearing mainnet soon. I've told you before about the Discord for grass. I won't even show y'all a glimpse of it on this channel because I don't want to get booted. I find it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's toxic. It's the perfect example of toxicity of what's going on in the crypto realm. You know, I think part of my grumpy thing is that you start losing patience for some stuff, and grass, NATIX, Motus, Weather XM. Guys, if I had $1 for every time somebody asked about mainnet or when the coins were getting released or when the rewards are starting, I could buy a Lambo just with that. It is the same questions over and over. I can't even go into the Discord because it's the same. You almost wonder if it's trolls that aren't even in the project. They're just trying to troll people to piss them off, because if you look around at all, if you read the announcements or any of that, they discuss, enough people discussing all that, but they just come in there like, when mainnet, when rewards, when coins are getting released. And it's just the same questions over and over. And I'm like, come on, man, come on. So grass, I don't know what's going on with mainnet. We'll see. NATIX, we talked about NATIX. One thing I spoke about last week, and one thing I confirmed, was this $1 billion increase in the supply chain. And I tried to, that was my rant last week, and I have to try to explain this again. But people cried and cried and cried because at the end of the month, they'd have, like me, I have 3 million coins, and then they would only get 3 NATIX coins. I'm sorry, they had 3 million points for NATIX. And at the end of the month, those points convert to NATIX coins, and they were getting 3 or 4 coins. And they were absolutely losing their minds. And people like me and other people in the Discord trying to tell them, you can't lose your minds because you don't know what the NATIX coin is going to be worth. If a NATIX coin's worth $20 each, because there's a very, very low, you know, y'all going to get me way in this video is going to be 2 hours long. But I've also commented over and over about people don't understand what what a market cap is. People don't understand that if you have a very, very small supply of circulating supply, with the amount of money involved in it, that would normally lead to a higher token. That's why you look at right here where Link has a little over, 500 million, half a billion tokens in their coins, $20. With the same market cap, Sheeb, that has a quadrillion amount of coins, is 0.0000. Well, the way NATIX was originally, NATIX had a lower amount of circulating supply. Therefore, their coin would have been worth more. But everybody cried, I didn't get enough. Why I'm only getting 3 coins? I'm only getting 4 coins. First of all, you ain't getting nothing because it's not on mainnet yet. But let's keep going. So now they added 100 billion, and they have admitted in their Discord this was strictly to appease the crybabies. That's the only reason they did this. Is so now when you convert 3 million coins at the end of the month, now you'll get 460 NATIX coins, like as if that's supposed to mean something. But now because you've gone up to 100 billion, so let's see, we got like Doge. Doge is 143. Well, you've added 100 billion coins, so instead of the coin being worth $20 before, I'm sitting here marking this, and I know y'all probably can't even see it. But instead of, here's your 500 million and $20, now you went and added 100 billion coins to the circulating supply. So now instead of it being worth this, you can go ahead and move your decimal over 2 or 3 spots, and now you got 17. But guess what? At the end of the day, you still got the same amount of money in your hands. What did you solve? But you feel better now because you got more. So that's what's going on with NATIX. So Silencio, 1,500 since last week. Is it down a little bit because same thing like I told you before. Sometimes I just don't think about it. Sometimes I'm burnt out on it. You can only do the same hex so many times, and at my house, I've already did the front yard and the backyard for 30 minutes so many times in a row. But I am on a 58-day streak, 145% bonus. So every time I do it, I get 145% bonus. I'm up to 16,900. What's that mean? I don't know, because I have no idea what's going on with them as far as mainnet. I couldn't really find anything. I know them and NATIX are together. Silencio and NATIX are together. So therefore, it's good to see some action, good to see some things going on. There's some things going on behind the scenes. What exactly this partnership means, I don't know. You got people talking about running the same app, and like I talked about last week, I don't want to rehash all that again. So we'll have to see exactly what the official announcement is of what's going to happen with that. Now, on to 2 projects that are, to me, at least promising. Wingbits, I talked earlier about Wingbits. Still should be getting a AMA at some point together. Those guys are busy. I'm busy. Haven't really stayed on top of them just because I got so much going on. They're on the other side of the pond, so it's going to be hard to schedule, but they said they were doing with me, and it's going to come. But I know they're working. I know they have a lot of stuff going on. I know at one point we heard about the end of Q1 for possible testnet. We're at basically the end of Q1, so I put end of Q2. I don't know. Like I said, I just know I talk to those guys. I talk to those guys on Discord a lot, and I know they have a lot of things going on. They're working, busting their butts. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know to tell you more than that. I don't know what I can release, what I can't release, or anything like that. But I'm very, very high on Wingbits, still pushing it. And I have 2 or 3 more devices that I'd like to deploy around the Gulf Coast. I joked, this is currently my coverage area with Wingbits. I don't know when Memphis came online because I haven't really added anything this in the last 2 weeks, but y'all can see down here, I am the Gustapo, or the godfather of the Gulf. That's what I call it. And I'm trying to work out with a buddy. I need Corpus Christi. I'm working on something with him. It's just very hard to work out a host deal when we don't know what the reward's going to be. I'm working on something in Corpus Christi, and I got something I'm working out in Gulf Shores, Alabama, right here. That should give me here. This is Gulf Shores, if y'all can see it. This is Corpus Christi. I will rule the Gulf. Again, I'm sharing 5% with other people, but I just think it's going to be cool for me to be covering the whole southern United States. Hey, man, it's the little things, you know? This is where I'm at. Maybe I need to start on my spreadsheets, keep a track of where I'm at for 7 days. I do see a nice little dip here, which I have not been through yet. Here's another thing. Oh, what's glamorous eggplant boar is offline. See, it goes to show y'all, I almost need to hire somebody just to keep up with all this stuff for me. Man, it's always something. So that's Wingbits. Hivemapper, not to rehash everything again. Basically nothing's changed since the last video. I wasn't going to get the new, I had a regular camera on its way. It wasn't supposed to be delivered till July. At first I wasn't going to update it, and then when it came out with this 4,000 bonus, I said, why the hell not? Pay the extra $150. And when the B is what it's called, the new camera, when that comes in, that'll be 4,000 bonus after I do my 1,200 miles, which if I figure it out right with the meetings I go to and how long it takes me to get back and forth to work, that should be about a month. At today's pricing, you know, Honey has had a nice little increase since our video last week, you know, up 12%, and it was actually up again, just like everything else. When I was updating this earlier, it was up a little bit. So, you know, it came down 11 cents, 12 cents, up to 17 cents. So at 15.8 cents, that'll be $632 in my pocket. I think I paid 450 for that B. So what is that? My college math fails me again. 170 bucks, maybe 180 bucks in my pocket. After ROI, I immediately ROI, and I don't have to worry about it. I'll be honest with you, I wish I could tell you. I don't know what the rewards are right now. I know there were some ridiculous numbers coming out with the Hivemapper, and if you had another camera on the side and that kind of stuff like that, I wasn't going to get that crazy with it. But some people have. Putting 2 cameras in the car. They're cleaning up. They're doing excellent. If that's for you, you know, this is another one that is supposed to be just like DIMO, where it kind of handles itself and downloads itself and that kind of stuff like that. I haven't really heard them make complaints. There are questions about the B, how that one's going to work. There's 2 different versions of the B. One works off of Wi-Fi. The other one works off of LTE. If you get the LTE package, it is going to be way more headache-free, other than the headache of getting a bill every month from a cellular company or from a Hivemapper. I don't know how it's going to work, but basically you got to pay for that LTE coverage every month. So that's one thing you have to worry about. But I am kind of eager to get this Hivemapper in. There, where I live at in South Louisiana, the main U.S. highways, the main interstates are mapped. Some of our bigger 4-lane state highways are mapped, but there's a lot of highways around here that are not mapped yet. I don't want to see y'all come scrolling through my neighborhood. Y'all better stay out of here. So that's my hope. My hope is that all these areas that are, and it's in the zone that's supposed to be, you know, mapped. I'm hoping all that stays until July, August when this comes in, because I'm just going to take a day and just go cruise around, be honest with you. But we'll see what happens with that. Bit Harvest, I'm going to say my same sentiments I say every week. I'm very, very tight with these guys. I don't work for the project, nothing like that. Just some guys that I met during the previous project. And we all kind of broke off from that crap project at the same time. But these guys have been working on this Bit Harvest firmware for a while now, before that even took place. And also their Bit Harvest token. So they had their first AMA over the weekend. It was nice to be able to listen to them and, you know, think I said this earlier in the video, but I say it's every video. I am huge on AMAs. I think it just adds this huge layer of validity to it, to projects. I'm not gonna say that nobody can ever rug pull you if they do an AMA, you know, but compared to some of the previous projects, y'all know what I'm talking about, that refuse to do an AMA and refuses to dox themselves. Bit Harvest is out there. Y'all know who they are. Those guys are in the Discord constantly, kind of like Wingbits. They both in projects. Those people are in that Discord, but they had a great AMA. It's on their Discord if you want to. And I'll see maybe if I can even put a link to it in my description here. Y'all need to go listen to that so you can hear everything they're doing. One thing that I was not aware of, I did a video. I did the video yesterday. I accidentally recorded the video yesterday in 4K. It took forever for me to download it to get it uploaded to YouTube. So I uploaded it first thing this morning, but I was not aware of Curecoin. And for those who are not aware of Curecoin, they do funding and different things like that for many different diseases, for cancer and stuff like that. One thing that hit me very close to home was Parkinson's. They do they support Parkinson's research and stuff like that. My grandfather, who I was very, very tight with, was a very active man when I was a very small kid, who did a lot of stuff, was very active in the church, around his house, worked for a refinery for years, very, very active man, and Parkinson's crippled him. And by the time he passed away, when I was older, I think I might have been 21 at the time, he was bedridden. And I seen what Parkinson's can do when he first had that early onset to what it did. I now have family members, uncles with Parkinson's, and I can see what that disease does. If anybody knows Michael J. Fox, grew up watching Michael J. Fox. Y'all have seen Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future and stuff, and what he's dealing with now with Parkinson's. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm going from 0 to 100 on Curecoin. Y'all start seeing videos. Curecoin can be added to a desktop computer, and you'll make some of these coins, and then you can figure out where you want your research power from your computer, as they say. And I'm gonna do a full video on this stuff. And they also have agreed to do an AMA with me, so I'm gonna have them also on so they can tell y'all in their own words what they're about. But if you put the program on your computer, you get the coins, and I don't know how much you make from it. This project ain't about that, at least for me. I said yesterday in my video, and if it was ugly, I apologize, but y'all know me. There are some septic, toxic people in crypto, and they're going to say, how much am I getting paid for this project? Curecoin ain't one of them projects for me. Curecoin, I don't care if I never break even. I don't care if I want to make a dime. Why am I going there? Bit Harvest is adding Curecoin, the Curecoin project, to their firmware. So when you go in there and you can add, Helium or Wingbits or one of these other, Honeygain or whatever they are, you also will have Curecoin. The only difference is this Curecoin, you'll add it to your device. You won't even know it's running. It ain't going to cost you anything. It ain't going to do anything. You're just basically running it. You're just adding it onto your firmware. All the proceeds from you running that is going back to the project to help those projects that we discussed. Look at it as it's your way of giving crypto back to humanity, helping humanity, or to do a nice deed. And despite what y'all think, I'm all about that stuff. So some people might think I'm grumpy about everything, but y'all see just me talking about how much it affects me. And y'all know I got 3 devices right here. I cannot wait until they got, till firmware comes out, and I got devices sitting here waiting for firmware. And I don't want to go grab all of them, but I got an MNTD gold spot right here behind me. I got a left potato. I can't wait to try this on. bhst is going on every device. I don't care if it's $17. It's $17 for the life of the thing, unless you want the premium package. I'm hoping I can manage it myself. I don't want to have to pay one of their packages for the premium is they help manage it or something like that. And we're gonna do a full write-up, a full video when that firmware thing comes out. But the basic firmware, so I can run Wingbits and some of this other stuff in Curecoin, I'm putting it on every device from now on. My device that eventually goes to Corpus Christi that I just told y'all about for Wingbits is going to have bhst on it. My device that's going to Gulf Shores, Alabama is going to have BHS on it. Every device from this point on that I'm putting Wingbits on is going to have it. I'm hoping I can work out something in Missouri when I go hunting there. I got some contacts up there. I'm hoping I can do it. I got a new hunting camp that's in Mississippi that has power, and I think it has Wi-Fi. I want to put a Wingbits device there because there's nobody around there gathering those signals. And they're going to have Wingbits. I mean, they're going to have BHS on it. Y'all think I'm excited about BHS or what? You're taking a device before that was a sole by itself device that all this was doing was helium and nothing else. Or when we screwed up and went to dplyr, now we with Wingbits. You know, you can take this and it's only running Wingbits. Until now with Bit Harvest. Now this thing can run 7 to 8 different programs. Guys, if this is the first time y'all coming across this, please look into Bit Harvest. All their links are in my description. Whew. I need a drink after that one. So let me skip GeoDNet real quick and go to FireMiner. Y'all keep asking me about FireMiner. I don't know what it is, and I hate to knock the project because I don't know nothing about the project. And I know y'all come to its defense, and listen, that's why I don't want to knock the project. I still say this is, look, I hate to compare it, so I won't even compare it to this other project, but they're very, very similar to the other project that we don't speak of no more because they got their hands in so many things. And I say this every time. If they can be successful in all these different projects that they're involved in with FireMiner, the weather, one thing I will say good about them is that they do recycle these old products and stuff like that. So, hey, it keeps it out the landfill. But when you go to shop and you look how they got bandwidth miners, satellite miners, decibel, which is sound miners, weather miners, camera miners, air quality miners, they got unreleased miners, unreleased nodes. You know, they got their hands on a lot of things. Hey, they're ambitious. I give them that. Instead of just sitting back off one and just relaxing on one thing, you know, they're doing good. I'll give them that. So, you know, I'll worry about the rewards with them. I don't know. I know you can add a fry mining license to WeatherXM, but you only get a fraction of the rewards. I still say one day if I have $100 laying around, I will probably put a fry miner on the WeatherXM just because it's one, you know, I don't have to worry about keeping up with another piece of equipment like I have to do now. Fry miner is the coin is down to 0.007. So you're back to getting the rewards with that bonus that you were getting for all this time until it went to a penny. When it went to a penny, rewards were slashed, but I was quickly corrected. It's not that the rewards were slashed. You just don't get the bonus that you were getting before. But people are accumulating fry miners. I got people who say that fry miner is one of their best devices right now. You know, I wish I can afford every one of these devices and try it out. You know, now I say all that, and GeoDNet. So y'all know I spoke before about passive crypto mining, the good YouTube channel. If y'all don't belong to it, y'all need to go ahead and subscribe to it. But he just released his video and talked about how this is his highest earning crypto. Now, I will leave a link to this in the description if y'all feel like it. He also has a discount code. I'm working at getting one right now, but right now he has one. You're free to go use it. And it's doing very well. I know a lot of y'all who have been in DPIN for a while, y'all been in passive income for a while, y'all have heard of GeoDNet. In the beginning, it was kind of a turnoff to me on how much this thing cost. But like I told y'all, it's always a fluid thing. And you can't get stuck just because you make a decision one day. You know, I just sat in and talked about how I didn't want to pay for that for fry. But going off of that video, what I'm hearing about some of the returns people are getting, $10, $12 a day, you know, $300 a month. And that's what the coin right now before the bull market. Do you take that chance? You know, 2 months to see a ROI. You know, it's something you might have to look at. You see that they got, I was looking at some of the different miners here. You can see different places where it is. You know, I don't know how the hex thing works. This is something that I'm just kind of starting to look at. You know, I guess depending on what device you have, why some people have bigger hexes than others. I don't know. But, you know, where I am in South Louisiana, this is all wide open. So it's something I'm looking at. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm not pulling the trigger right away on this. I have way too much going on. But again, I know it's something that y'all have asked me to look into before. So I don't know. So I have my Solana address down here. I had to send it to somebody because somebody wanted to send me something. If y'all feel like donating, I ain't stopping y'all. My Phantom wallet address. And I also needed that because I had to link up NATIX, because NATIX needed the wallet, and then you get more points for it. You know, you get bonus points for that also. But none of this has changed. I'm not going to go over it. This video went long enough. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. I know I breezed through a lot of that stuff. I say I breezed through it, and who knows how long this video is going to be. I'll do more rant than anything else. But this is the projects that we're involved in right now. I'm just getting worn out. I have no problem admitting that. I'm a grown up. I'm a man. I can admit that to some people. I am getting worn out. People asking for new things coming up and want me to look into this. And look, I enjoy doing it. That's the only reason I keep doing it is, you know, sometimes it's hard to come up with a video, and sometimes y'all can kind of see that. Sometimes, like right now, I got 4 or 5 different things that's happened that, yeah, I could talk about it all in this one video, make this video 2.5 hours long, and I know y'all definitely won't watch that. Half of y'all have tuned out, 3/4 of y'all probably tuned out by now on this. I got people asking me all the time to look at these projects, tell me what I think with them. But I'll be honest with y'all, between work, I'm overwhelmed at work right now. My daughter's got softball going on. They're asking me now to come over. I got to cook a 5-pound pastelaya for the entire team, 30 people tomorrow. So I can tell you there won't be no video tomorrow for sure. So y'all get a break from me on that. But I got to get that done. I am all over the place with this meme coin project idea. I've told y'all before, if y'all haven't seen those videos, I have several people that keep asking me to do a meme coin on Solana. There's already 20 different versions of a grumpy coin. I have kind of an idea. My daughter wanted to get involved. She's made up, she worked with some AI programs and came up with a little image and stuff like that. But if I do a meme, I want to do it right. And what I'm concerned with and what I've been warned about is, even though I can try to be as honest as I want with this and do pre-sales to try to prevent everything from getting scalped, you know, when I first release it, I'm worried about the bots. There are so many bots sniping new coins on Solana. And when you go into a lot of these forums and Reddits and stuff like that, and people are asking questions about starting new coins, everybody's warning them, just don't do it because the bots are horrible. But they also say if you can somehow survive the first 24 to 48 hours with your coin, it has a chance of success. Now, the big thing is having people who are in it, who understand that they could be early purchasers and it could go to zero and you have no control over it. You know, when I create it, all liquidity is going to be, you know, burned out of it or whatever you call it, the circulating supply or whatever it is. All that's going to be locked. I can't get into it. I had some different tokenomics that got sent to me on different percentages of what, you know, should you keep a certain percentage to try to do airdrops, and a certain percentages for pre-sale, and a certain percentages for marketing, and a certain percentage for the creator, and all these different, and it's getting to be more than I thought it was going to be. But again, I want to do it right. I want to do it fairly, and I don't want to see people lose their money. And I understand this is crypto, and the chances are you're going to lose money at some point. But again, I'm going to say it again, crypto's toxic, and people can come into that meme coin and lose money. And next thing you know, I'm getting shadow banned or whatever. I'm getting banned on YouTube because I was involved in it. And that's why I work too hard to get up to 8,000 subscribers. And telling y'all, I'm losing sleep over it. I really, really, really want to do it. I have a lot of people asking me to do it. I got a lot of people saying they want to help put up the liquidity and be part of the pre-sale. And there's a part of me that wonders if, because I have all that support and all those people willing to get in, can it survive the bots? But if it doesn't survive and people are spending their good hard-earned money, and the next day they wake up and it's at 0.000001 because the bots have completely raped it, I would lose sleep over it. I don't care if you had to sign a disclaimer before you purchased every time saying you understand that the bots could snipe this and kill it. I still would lose sleep over it. And that's just me, because that's just how I am. Because despite me being this grumpy a-hole on the outside, I do care about all of y'all. And that's why I make a fool out of myself on these videos and sit here and rant and do the stuff I do, because I'm sitting here trying to help y'all and help myself, because I do learn looking up this stuff for y'all about some of these projects that I wouldn't even looked into before. So I know I'm rambling on. This video is long enough, but I'm just trying to, there's a lot of people who hit me up about this meme coin thing, and I just wanted to take a couple of seconds to explain to you where my head's at in that. I have a lot of people and friends who have either done meme coins before, or they've done coins for other projects, who are willing to help me out, who said, contact me, I'm willing to help you out, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'll tell you, I don't mind even putting up, I told you I was buying Solana at $10, $8, $9, up to $20. That's also been staked on Exodus. So, you know, I don't mind putting up that out of my pocket to help with the liquidity on that. It costs almost a one sol by itself just to create the token before you do anything else. Before you put it on any kind of market, before you add the liquidity to it, it's going to cost me a sol just to do that. And it's always just like one sol. Sol could be at $20, or sol could be at $300. It costs one sol. You know, it's a half a sol to create it, plus 0.1 for this and 0.1 for this. And look, I've been watching more YouTube videos on that than you can imagine, but I want to do it right. And look, I could look like an ass in the end. Y'all can make fun of me. You know, I could be doing all this homework and all this stuff to make sure I do it right, and I could release it on a Friday evening to everybody, and by Saturday morning cartoons, it could be down to -0. Faster than what I did all this research on. Hey, you live and you learn. You know, I don't know. So y'all tell me what y'all think. I don't know. I just don't know how much more I can take on, you know. So everybody who watched this video, thank y'all very much. I have a lot of videos coming out this week. Again, if you don't want to watch this whole video, hit the chapters. Make sure you like the video, please, to show me that, you know, you care a little bit. If y'all can press play on YouTube and walk away for 30 minutes to an hour, let it play to help my viewing hours, I would greatly appreciate it. And, you know, we'll see. I got AMA coming up with the Curecoin thing, AMA coming up with Wingbits. I'm doing a video on Kulo, because they had some big news that came out. Their prices went up. Kulo, Big Red, Whiff, still 3 meme coins I'm very, very big into. You know, is it time to sip profits out of those projects? Because that would help also with my liquidity. I know I said I'd be with them to the end, but another thing I've been saying in these videos is I'm not going through this bull market with diamond hands like I did the last 2 bull markets. Because at the end of the bull market, you got empty hands. So when Kulo was up to 0.0004 a while back, I kicked myself in the rear end for not taking a little bit of profits when you think only put a couple $100 into it. But you live and you learn. So thank y'all. Y'all have a great evening. We got some horrible weather coming through. Talk about possible tornadoes tonight. That's the last thing I need between work and home. But God bless each one of y'all. Thank y'all for supporting me. Thank y'all for getting me to 8,000. And see y'all in the next video.